Welcome back to the ChakraStop. Today's topic is going to be lucid dreaming. So lucid dreaming is basically when you realize that you're dreaming while you're inside the dream. And this gives you complete control over the dreams. You can do whatever your mind imagines. It puts you in an intimate connection with your subconscious. And as dreams can be interpreted. They have a lot of meaning behind them. So when you're in a lucid dream, that makes it even more prevalent to what's going on in your life. If you were to interpret it, it just shows you a lot more about yourself, and can even give you guidance in the real world. A lot of times, people's guides and higher self and higher energies come in and interact with them. And it's also a precursor into astral projection, everything like that. So if you're a person that finds a lot of importance in their dreams, but just not remembering them a lot or having a hard time seeing where those dreams are coming from, then this process will be for you. This lucid dreaming process will help you out a lot in that journey. So we're basically talking about Inception type stuff on that movie Inception, where he goes into the dream and then you can have a dream inside of the dream and he's controlling different aspects and like it's linking back to his life. So that's what that movie was about. It was about lucid dreaming. So how do you begin to cultivate this? How do you begin to do this? So we're going to split it up into two parts. The first part is going to be things that you want to do in the day, things that you want to do in everyday life leading up to sleep. And then the second part is things that you're going to be doing while you're going to sleep, when you're in the process and actually focusing on it. Okay. So we're going to start with things that you do before the dream. All right. So this is during the day. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to put your mind on it. You want to focus on having um, a deep experience while you're sleeping. Um, the mind is it's almost like, all the knowledge is already in there. You just have to focus on it right to kind of bring it out. So if you're not thinking about dreams as they can be something more, then you're probably not going to come across it. Okay, so the first step is, believing in it, believing in, okay, there's a dream level past what I've been experiencing. Okay, so that's going to start putting it in the forefront of your mind. It's going to start getting your body to access and activate those parts of yourself. All right. So first step, just put it in your mind. All right. So second step is you want to have a dream journal. Okay. When you've ever woken up from a dream, you know that that information is like running away from you. It's slipping away from you. So if you write that down, it gives your mind like, an anchoring point to always have that and not lose that. Because the lucid dreaming experience, it kind of builds on itself. Okay. So each one that you have is going to relate to the one before that in some way. Okay. So you want to have that journal, even if you don't experience anything for the night. Okay. Even if you just don't really see anything, you want to write that down. Didn't see anything, all right? Because that's all, you might not have perceived it, but there might have been something going on in the background. So dream journal every day, what happened when you slept, all right? Now, the last thing that we're going to do in the daytime before the dreams is called a reality check, all right? So a reality check, you're basically just going to look around, whatever settings you have going on, whatever environment you're in, and you're going to question to yourself, am I dreaming right now? All right? And just honestly, just pull that question up, like, am I dreaming right now? Okay? Because what this is doing is this is going to create a habit. All right? If you do it, let's say 3 or 4 times a day, this is going to create a habit, and your habits carry over into the dream. So when you're dreaming, you're going to ask yourself that same question. You're going to say, am I dreaming? And then when you say that in a dream and your focus goes out into the dream, something weird will happen. Something will trip out or something like that. Something will float or what have you. and that lets you know you're dreaming if you catch on to it, and then it changes into the next level of dream. Just like Inception, just like I was telling you about. That's why that little top that he has that he spins. So when he spins that top, what he's basically doing is seeing if he's dreaming, because if that top just spins infinitely and it doesn't fall, that's something weird. That's not going to happen in real life. So it lets him know he's dreaming. If he spins it and it does fall, then he knows he's not dreaming. All right. So like I was saying, a lot of things. That movie was basically about lucid dreaming. So a lot of things are going to line up with that movie. So you've done your stuff in the day. All right. So then when you're going to sleep, what's going to happen when you're going to sleep? First of all, we need to go over how the body works when it's falling asleep. All right, so there's a few things going on when your body is falling asleep. So the first thing that you have to know is if you're keeping your mind awake and you're thinking, you might feel as though you're not going to fall asleep because you're focusing on things. So, oh, I'm keeping myself up in my mind. That's not the case. If your body is laying still, that's all it needs to go to sleep. Just that stillness. Okay? So when you're laying there, your body's falling asleep. Because the first thing we want to do is keep our mind awake. We want to stay awake in our mind and we want to keep that thought process going, not in the mind state of, oh, I'm about to knock out, I'm about to pass out and just go to sleep. That's not our objective. Our objective is to have an experience. Okay, so you want to keep your mind awake as your body is going to sleep. And your body's going to fight you when you're trying to do that, okay? Because basically, if you're just going to sleep normally, you're not going to realize this, but your body sends out little signals. When the sleep is coming up, it's going to send out a signal to like your arm or like your leg. And this signal is basically going to make you twitch. Like if you pay attention to it, if you feel that signal, it's going to make you twitch, it's going to make you jump. And this is how your body knows, oh, they're not asleep yet, so let me not fall down into that sleep. Okay? So your job is to keep your mind awake and feel when those signals come up. You'll get a little uncomfortable because, it's your body trying to make sure you're asleep. So you have to feel these signals come up and ignore them. All right. It's like a checkpoint. You got to ignore these feelings, ignore these signals. So when you actually get past the signals, that's when you're going to feel your body actually shut down and fall asleep. Okay. It's a very distinct feeling. It's almost like if you've ever been in class or something like that or driving and you just have that like that just down feeling, that's what it feels like. And you're just going to feel like you're just kind of falling. All right. So during this period is when you're going to start to see, it's called hypnagogic imagery. Okay. And it's going to be kind of like it's going to be kind of like ink blots, like these ink blots in the blackness, and they're going to be like coming at you kind of. So you really want to focus on these because that's like a precursor. Okay, so you're going to focus on the imagery. And at this point, even leading up to this point, you want to be doing what we were talking about in the video before about, bringing that energy up that central channel. All right, bringing that energy up from the root chakra all the way up to the crown. Okay, so you're going to breathe in, bring that energy up to the crown chakra, and just picture that, and then breathe out and just bring that energy back down. And you're just going to keep breathing in and out. So it's going to go down, up, and down. So you're going to be doing that while you're falling asleep as well. All right, and that's even going to help you to not get caught up by those signals that I was telling you about, not twitch or whatever and make you wake up. Okay, so at the point of seeing the imagery, you've done your job for right now. So now you can go to sleep. Okay, so you're going to go to sleep, and when you wake up, that's the ideal time to try to do this. So when you wake up, your mind is still kind of, in that sleep state. You can go back to sleep very easily at this point. You've done it before. You've woken up, look at the clock, and go back to sleep, and you're right back in your sleep. All right. So this time, when you wake up and your body's rested and it's in that state, you're going to do the same thing. Go back to sleep, keep your mind awake. All right. It's going to go even faster this time. Keep your mind awake, keep observing, keep pushing your energy up the central column and back down. And then that's the ideal time for the dream to happen. All right. So, like I was saying, just those few things while you're awake, the reality checks, the dream journal, the thinking about it throughout the day, and then when you're going to sleep, keeping your mind awake, okay? Keeping your focus on something being there past like this darkness, all right? That black that you're seeing is basically almost like a projector, okay? It's a projector and you can activate it, all right? So the next level, when you get really good with that, you can actually go into the dream without having had like, a night of sleep. Okay. But that's like a lot more advanced level. Basically, you just cut out the second part where you're waking up and you just do it while you're going to sleep and go directly into the dream. All right. So like I was saying, you'll know when it happens, okay? It's going to feel different from any normal dream that you've had, okay? And it's just going to be, I can't tell you exactly what you're going to experience because it's different for everybody. It works on everybody's subconscious, but it should be a really good experience for you. All right. Have a good day.